Hey everybody, this is Ronnie, your friendly reseller. Hope everybody's doing well tonight. I just figured I'd go live and talk about something that had a few questions about, so I figured I'd go live and just talk about it. It sometimes makes it easier than just making a video. So here I am. Hope everybody is doing well. If you're in the chat and you could hear me, let me know how we doing. And yeah, with that being said, you know, one thing I wanted to okay, there we go. I always forget where we are here. And one thing I wanted to talk about is we had a lot of people talk about sales in general and talk about like what's the word I want to use? International sales. Like they're scared of the international sales. So with that being said, I just wanted to show something because remember I sold $190 pair of pants and they went to Russia, and a lot of people like they don't have tracking, this and that. And I just wanted to show a little bit on this and figure I just show it and get it over with. And then I'll talk with the chat a little, and then we'll get into a few other uh get into the meat of the subject here. But let me see here. Let's do a screen share. As you can see here, here's one order right here. And this is for a jacket. And you can see right here, we sent to the Russian Federation. I think that's funny how they say that. But it was this Tommy jacket. They paid $80 plus 20 shipping. And I was able to ship this for £2. And you can see right here, it's been delivered. You pull down the tracking, and this actually was pretty quick. So it sold on they picked it up on the 25th, and this was delivered on the 5th. And I already got feedback for it. It's the only reason I know, actually. And he was happy. So, I mean, this was first class. This actually shipped pretty quickly. It was just this Tommy Hilfiger sailing jacket from a new collection that they had that my wife got at the outlet a long time ago. This thing took forever to sell, even though it had a huge price tag of like $400 on it, $460. I think she got it for like $10. And then she got a few shirts for like a few dollars each that were brand new, but man, they're still for sale and I can't get rid of them. But you can see the tracking, and then here's another one here. I almost exited the studio. This thing is really still difficult for me to understand this new thing. Here's like another pair here. Here was the polo pair of pants right here. Once again, Russian Federation, Moscow. You can see they were delivered already on the 28th, and they sold for $192. They paid $33. I wound up putting this in a padded flat rate, which was like $3 extra. Just because they can fit in a padded flat rate. International, it's like $35.99, I think. And you can see right here, once again, they picked up on the 20th and they delivered on the 28th. So actually, Russian international mail is actually pretty quick these days. You can see it went to Hyannis, to Providence, Rhode Island, to Jamaica, New York, Dubai, Moscow. So it made its way all the way there. So, I mean, a lot of people were talking about just like being scared. There's no reason to be scared with international mail. Not all of them do well. And I'll just show one more going to a different country that a lot of people are scared off about, just to show you that there is tracking. Like a lot of people are arguing with me about there not being tracking for these countries. And this went to Mexico. And it was a pair of shoes. You can see right there, they paid 96 plus 33. And this one took a little bit longer. As you can see right here, they got on January 3rd. It went through its thing, and it got delivered on February 7th. So what's that, a month? Yeah, about 6 weeks. So, no, 5 weeks, right? A little less than 5 weeks. So, I mean, this stuff does actually, Wes, I'll get back to you in a little bit and let you know exactly on those pair of pants. But people get scared off international shipping. it's not something to be really scared about. I've shipped everywhere. Maybe I've had one issue over the last year, and I just refunded them the money. Like, it wasn't that big of a deal. Every once in a while, you're gonna have an issue, and you're gonna have to eat something, but you make money with the shipping a little bit. You're opening yourself to the world, which there's a lot of people in the world once you get outside the US that sell or that want to buy stuff. And if you got the right items, they're going to come and buy it. So, and I don't insure nothing. I think that's a waste of money to insure a piece of clothing to go international. I really think that if you paid $3 for every package and you lost like one out of every 100 packages, guess what? You just spent $300 for that one lost package, and it might be $20. Like, it doesn't make any sense in my mind. And it also depends on what you're shipping. I'm shipping cloth. So with that being said, what's up, couple pickers, Thrift Daddy? How you doing, Mr. Ken Ellis? Fat Girl Sewing. John, what's up? Cincinnati Picker, how you doing? West the Seam Store, what's up, brother? Big Coca-Cola sign's been gone for a while. It depends. I've had multiple different Coca-Cola signs and everything from Flying A signs to all kinds of signs. But that's going to get into something else a little bit later. How you doing, Angie, Tracy, Red Neckerson? Haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? Gatterson, how you doing? OGC, what's up? Hope everybody's doing well. Joni, okay. I mean, maybe Wes. If something was, I still don't insure it. I don't know. Does insurance? You mean does insurance? Maybe somebody knows this. Does insurance cover a lost item? Is it only or item that's not delivered? Because I've been getting a lot of packages back. Not a lot, I should say. Once or twice a month, I'll get a package back, and it seems like nobody picks it up in what do you want to call it? Like in usually the UK, it's like they don't pay the damn what the hell they call that tax, VAT tax or something, VAT tax, whatever. They don't pay it. It just sits there, and then I don't even notice it. I never hear from them. And then like I look at the package, it's like August 29th they shipped it. It's coming back to me today. It's like, oh, I can't even find the guy on eBay. I mean, in PayPal to send them even a refund or figure out what the transaction was half the time. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, I guess a lot of it depends on what you're selling to, Ken. It really does, because there's a lot of things I do not ship internationally. Okay, let me see here. Well, that's good to know that they do cover lost items. I may have to. Maybe I'll check into it a little bit more. But going through some things, I wanted someone talk to me someone asked a question. I don't know if it was directed towards me, if it was directed towards themselves, the way it worded. But I thought about it for a long period of time, and it kind of got the ball rolling because it's been mentioned to me a few different times, and I don't think nothing of it, and basically the question was, why does it seem that you're always stuck in or around that $10,000 a month range? And you might do more, you might do best. I mean, my best month ever was, I want to say 14,300. And that's been a few years ago. It's when we had the warehouse. I mean, going by my dates here, that was sometime in 2015, probably. So it's been a while. And when we had the warehouse, we did a lot more Amazon stuff, just because the way I ship things in is like, I'll just throw a bunch of stuff to the side. I'll merchant fulfill it if it sells. But then when I get enough to send in one box, I usually will send it in and go about it. So, but when we're at the house here, there's not a lot of space to do this. I have stuff at the storage that we have a 25 by 10 storage, I think, and it has too much junk in it. It really does. I gotta go through it at some point. I'm hoping for warmer weather. It's been a really mild winter, though, I have to say, for us in the New England area. It's been really mild, unless you live like in Maine, probably. But it's been very mild for us in the Cape, that's for sure. That's nice. Um, with that being said, we look back and I thought about it a little bit, and I went full time, and I thought it was not this long ago. I went full time in November in 2013. I got upset that we couldn't. We were going away for 6 weeks. I remember, to the Dominican Republic, 5 or 6 weeks. Me and the wife, and my job gave me a lot of crap about going away. And I was just like, I want to go away. Like, that's what I want to do. I want to go away. That's what I planned out, and somebody quit, and then they started the whole, well, you're not going to go away for that long, this and that. And I already planned some things. We were going to the Dominican Republic, and I was going to go no matter what. Like, I didn't care. So I just quit. And it wasn't the smartest decision in the world at that time. And I could have got my job back when I came back. I actually helped them out for a little while, for a little bit, because the guy I was working for wound up having hip surgery. So I came in and helped them out here and there a little bit. And I was offered my job back, but I didn't want it. I got the taste of being a full-time reseller, and that was 2014. I just didn't want to do it anymore. And then later that year, September, we wind up upgrading to a warehouse because we could only do so much at the house. So we eventually, figured we had to upgrade. So we we rented a warehouse, and there's videos on our YouTube about the warehouse. It was a shit storm of a warehouse. It was terrible, 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 terrible. And it was terrible. It was cold. It's like a metal box. It's like 800 square feet of warehouse space with the big lift door and everything. And it had the office space of like 300 square feet, with the little heater in the wall. It couldn't stay warm in the winter. And those were some really bad. That was a bad winter. 2014, no. Yeah, the winter of 2014, the winter of 2015 was nasty. Nasty. Like 2015, I remember digging because the snow was over the door. And I had to shovel like this hole in this path to get into the warehouse because we were in a day, and shit has to get shipped. And I remember I had a Toyota Camry, and that Camry was not good in the snow. Not good at all. So I mean, we get into this thing where I only could do so much from home, and in 2015 we did really well. We did well over 100,000 on eBay. We did, I don't know what we did on Amazon, like 60 maybe. And we were doing a lot of local sales. At the time, I was watching a lot of Spokane Pickers, and I was seeing them doing a lot of flipping locally stuff. So Craigslist was really working good for us, and so were the Facebook yard sale groups. The yard sale groups have actually died off, and now Facebook Marketplaces kind of took the place of that, at least in our area. Anyway, not every area is going to be different. I know that. Just like Craigslist, OfferUp, Lego sucks in our area. It's not good. Unless you live maybe in Boston or live in Providence or live in Worcester, it's not really that great because it's too big of an area. To get from one side of the Cape to the other, I mean, you could be good over an hour and 60 miles. Like, I'm not bringing anything to you for, a certain area, And then he wanted to sell the place, so we wind up just leaving, and we were like, I'm done. We can't do this. We thought about it really hard because it was two units, our unit and the unit next to us. They wanted to sell, but when we started talking about price, I think he got like 300,000, which it's too much money for what it was. So I just said like, oh, I can't do this. So we wind up talking it over and just moved back to the house, and we just figured that would be the best place for a little while to restructure what we were going to do. And then 2017 rolled around. Our mother-in-law came. We were looking at office spaces, and she wound up getting sick. We thought she suffered a stroke, and she had some other health issues, and we wind up losing her shortly after over the summer. And my wife was away for 3 months, and it just I got depressed. It was a very hard time. We costed us a lot of money financially. It just hurt everything that we did that year. It took a little while. That was the same year the reseller rally. Like my wife flew in the day I was leaving to go to the rally, driving. So it was kind of, and that was the first time I seen her in 3 months, 3.5 months. It was kind of crazy. And then it took a little while, then summer, and then that was the first year that I started helping out my friend. He needed a little help at the restaurant that I worked at for a few years before that. Next thing I know, I'm working way too much there, and it's just like I didn't like it. And I do it because I'm a very loyal person. I'm very I just do it. So it put a hurt on my business. I was getting paid very well for it, but at the same time, it's like I don't want to do it. So you're doing it just because you want to help somebody. You want to help your best friend. So it's kind of like, and when you help them you worked with them from 2017 years, so 18 years. His daughter's 17. It was the year his daughter was born. So whatever that, 2005, 2004, could have been even 2003. It's been a while. But the moral of the story is that interfered with my business going off and on. And then 2018, I don't know what happened. We took off for a few months, and it was took off for a few weeks. Went to Orlando, and you know how they had those business practices you could set up, and I set up some business practices. I changed the handling time, but the handling time didn't change on everything. And I got like four. It was like in one day too, like four cases open for items not received because we were selling things, but certain things were on the time, like 10-day handling, and other things were on 1-day handling. So it just, I didn't even pay attention to it, not thinking. And when I was at Disney World, we didn't have the best reception that day. And I get home and I'm looking at it, and I didn't think it was going to be any big issue. I'm like, I lost the case. Like, they got their refund, like, no big deal. You want to buy the thing when I come back? You can buy it when you come back. And I didn't know they count against you. And then like 2 months later, I found out that it was a below standard resale. And it took me all year to get that back. And I just gave up on it. At one point, I was just like, I floated on eBay. I was doing more on Amazon because I didn't have any issue with Amazon. It was like, okay, go from one site to the other. Like, screw this. Forget you. I'm done. So 2018 was kind of a little struggle, but then I learned Poshmark, and I tried some other things, and it was all working. And then 2019, last year, we were up big because of the bad year. I think for the year we were up like 40% maybe. And then this year, the last 30 days, I'm up 30% from last year, and I'm up the first 2 months I was up 15% from last year. So we've been doing good. In the last 8 days, I think I'm over $4,000. So it's been good. Sales have been really good. I got to focus, but biggest thing I did was going back to John Cincinnati things. Where's some of my signs? I've sold some of them to basically free up money, so we could either move into a bigger house to have a specialized area for eBay, or I'm going to rent office space, not a warehouse. A warehouse is not needed for what I sell. So that's where I am, hopefully over the next few weeks, because I had a lot of money in signs tied up, and there was money in other things too. Anybody that had money in stocks, I hope you cashed out before this whole fiasco happened recently. But so I mean, we're pushing forward. I'm kind of putting all my chips into it. I know I'll be fine, but I want to be average in fourth quarter, like September, October, November. There, I want to be around 18 to 20 is where I want to be, and I may even either have my wife take photographs, or we may bring in a friend that she has that can do photographs. It's not much. I just need someone for a few hours, or however long it takes someone to take photographs. Because my wife knows what I want, and I don't want to pay anybody. So if my wife can configure her hours in JetBlue into 2 days, it will work to where we don't have to move. She just has to go back and forth. One day, stay at her cousin's, and then come back the next day. But all right, that's it. I'm good now. Now I'm gonna catch up on the chat. Congratulations to OGC. I did see that on Instagram not too long ago. Congratulations. Hello, Joyce from Connecticut. How you doing, Mr. Old Pal? How's Florida? Thank you, Dapper Tiger. How is everyone's sales? Like my sales have been really good. I think I've averaged right around $500 the last 8 days, so it's been really good. February there in the middle of the month for whatever reason, like 2 weeks just laid an egg, and then all of a sudden it's been really good since then. So I mean that's when I get to. What's up, Krillin? How are you? Ronnie, have you ever sourced Falmouth? There's 3 thrift stores. Never checked them out. Yeah, they have the hospital thrift store, and they have the other. I know where they are, but I don't go down to Falmouth too much. Falmouth is like, for someone that lives in Hyannis, Falmouth's like the end of the world. And it's so hit or miss. I mean, as you know, we have, if you don't know, Cape Cod has a bunch of smaller thrift stores everywhere. Every town has church thrift stores. I don't know of any other area that has it like this, and it's like so random that if I could hit it on the right day, I could probably hit maybe 15 thrift stores between like 10 and 3. And it depends because of the traffic going around the Cape and stuff like that. But there's the possibility you may come only home with 2 things. Like, it's so random what you find, and it's all about being at the right place at the right time. But it's so random what you find in these small thrift stores, because they're small and they don't always get donations and stuff like that. You learn, like I know where one consignment store drops off all their old inventory that doesn't sell, I guess, and doesn't get picked up. They donate it all there. So you'll find some interesting things at one of them. It's mostly women's clothing, unfortunately. And I'm not the biggest fan of like women's clothing. I do pick it up occasionally, but I'm not the biggest fan of it. It's kind of like one of those things. If I see it, I can't leave it behind, but I'm okay with it. OGC. I'm talking about 18 to 20,000 is where I want to be by the end of the year. I don't think it's going to be too difficult, to tell you the truth, because this year I'm not helping out the restaurant. Usually when I help out the restaurant, I kind of just let off the gas 5 months a year, and I still do very well, but the problem is I'll go 2-3 weeks without listing in the summer just because I got too much going on and I can't you know, I'm finally done with that. And, you know, it's all about, you know, moving forward and worrying about myself. And, you know, there's only so much time you could keep helping somebody out before you're like, dude, I can't, I don't want to do it now. I don't want to do it. It costs me too much money to do it, even though, you know, I'm not going to get into uh, what about it, but we got Tommy's question here. What's your end game gross goal to where you want, take the wife on the road full time, etc. I mean, part of the thing about going on the road, we want to go on the road, we want to get an RV, but my wife works at JetBlue, so it's kind of give and take, same kind of thing. We just have to hop on a plane, go wherever, free tickets, and, you know, pop up anywhere we want to, basically. You know, it's on standby, but you can check the flights. You can go online and, you know, see your flight's half full. Like, you're on standby, you're still going to get on that flight. You know, but if you see 98 of 100 seats taken and you're like, yeah, not going to fly there. Too much of a risk to worry about, you know, but there's a lot of different places you can go and just have fun and try different things. And that's all what it's about. I'm thinking about taking a road trip in a few weeks anyway and going out in Florida. I think I need to see some sunshine and see my old boy. Kittenville brick. We got a boot today at an antique store. That's pretty cool. I've thought about getting one. Maybe at one point I will, but maybe I'm not either. I don't know. It kind of depends. If I start running across a lot of antique junk at estate or yard sales over the summer, maybe I'll just start putting some stuff aside and think about some of that. But you never know. I always thought about the idea, especially with the vintage advertising. But a lot of that stuff sells very well online too, which is kind of hard. Let me see here. Ronnie, how was your caravan experience? The caravan experience was caravan. How you pronounce that? Caravan. Buying a car from them was actually really good. My wife had her vehicle now 5 weeks maybe, and it's been great. I mean, I only had 20,000 miles on it. I would hope it was good. The first vehicle that we picked out was a 2016 with like 15,000 miles. It didn't work properly. So, I mean, it wasn't that it had some rust issue on the door sill. And they pointed out to us even before we got it, the guy inspecting it, and pointed out to us, sent us pictures to ask us if we were interested. If not, to cancel the sale. We just said, screw it, we'll cancel it. Went online, picked another vehicle, and it was real super easy and everything. I mean, I was surprised by how quick and easy everything was. I know John, Cincinnati Pickers, sold his van to Carvana and did really well. You know, so I mean, they do buy vehicles too and everything like that. Hyannis feels mad far from Falmouth. You're not kidding. It feels like it's 45 minutes on it. We have a friend. My wife has a good friend that lives in Woods Hole, and it's such a, like, in the summertime, I cringe when we have to go down, or we were going down that way. It takes forever. It's really crazy. Two Brioni suits donated to the thrift. Is 6 months get out of free. Last year at one of our small thrift stores, we found a whole bunch of the Brioni suits last year. I think we found like 6 Brioni suits and a bunch of Isaiah Napoli. I think I said it right, and maybe I didn't. ISIAI Isaiah, or is it AIA? Anyway, I found a bunch of other pants and everything. It was a crazy thing just to find from that store, because that store is, it's all over the place. And the old ladies that they have, God bless their heart, they'll have the suit for eight. They had full piece, two-piece suit, for $8, and then they had a blazer for 20. And I'm like, what? What was you thinking, ladies? What was you thinking? It's the same thing. What are you doing? So I love the girls. They're funny, but they get a little price happy lately. That one thrift store has gotten the little thrift stores. It seems like they've gotten on to like the whole thing of trying to push how far, because they seem to price everything. So it's like they price every single piece differently, and it seemed like there's technology is starting to catch up to these old ladies. Like one lady, I bought probably 30 or 40 ties from her, and there were a bunch of like Ben Silver and Chavette, and there was a Chanel and some Hermes and some other like J Press. It was a gamut of good ties and mediocre and medium, but they were all current or newer ones. And the next time I came in there, she goes, "Oh, there's my tie, buddy. Oh, you got those on eBay." She sold them to me, and then she looked on eBay to see someone locally sold those ties. I was like, "Yo, damn." So every time I go in that store now, "Oh, how's my reseller friend?" I'm like, "Oh man, come on, come on, lady, don't do this to me." I found a two pair of slippers yesterday in that store. Pair of Stubble and Wooten, and pair of Ralph Lauren ones, and they're good money. And she's like, "Who put those on the floor? They're not supposed to be on the floor yet." And then she's like, "They're going to be $12." I'm like, "Okay, that's fine. I'll take them." But it was kind of funny. It's like, what? Um, the videos. I mean, I'm going to try to do the best of having the videos come, because I do enjoy making the videos. What's up, Pete? How you doing, brother? Nice of you to stop by. And we have the resale rally coming up in 6 months. So I mean, I could at least make videos for the next 6 months, so that people remember who I am. Feel like, yo, why's that guy in the ticket? We didn't. Who is he? He doesn't even make videos anymore. West cleaned out Florida. There you go, homie. There you go. There's a lot more of Florida to be confused with. Oh, here we go with this one. Hello, Ronnie. I'm a bit confused about international shipping. Do you use the global shipping program and then you ship using Pirate Ship? I've also had buyers that are international, even though we only offer shipping US. I think there is glitches sometimes with, I've heard from maybe people that they only have US shipping, and then they have some international buyer. It seems to happen a lot on auctions for whatever reason. From what I know, I don't know what that is, why that would be, but it does happen. But I don't use the global shipping program. When I switched to the global shipping program, I was rarely getting a sale. Like my shipping just dropped off the face of the earth, international shipping, and then I took it off. I don't do any international shipping. The last thing I tried to do, the global shipping program, excuse me, I do not use that at all. And a lot of buyers don't like it because they pay all the taxes and stuff up front. I think on the back end, they might not get charged as much, or so on, etc. Certain countries are very high on taxes. Like I know France or Spain, one of the two, they take taxed like 35% of the item's value. I'm like, holy shit. And I know UK is kind of high on that too. And every once in a while you'll get a buyer that's like, "Oh, I had to pay import fees." It's like, it's in the listing. Like when you buy that you have to pay an import fee. Like, come on, stop it. And eBay will 100% back you on that. Most of the time when that happens, I just go, "I'm so sorry. Should have known." And that's it. I don't even, if they answer me back like it's not in the listing, I don't even answer them back, because they're just trying to fish for something, and they're just trying to do whatever they can do to try to get money out of you. It's like a shakedown, and I don't even worry about them. I've seen other resellers doing it. I thought it would be good stash hole for some of the stuff to sell. Yeah, some resellers do good with um, antique booths. I mean, I don't know. Our stores are a little high on the prices, and also we get very seasonal traffic, so it would probably be good from like May to October or the middle of October, like come this weekend, or maybe even the end of October. But once it cools down, nobody comes down to the Cape really. Unless like you get a few people, maybe on a few weekends here or there, but nobody's coming down to Cape Cod. Like they roll in the sidewalks here in the wintertime. Like nothing goes on too much. It's like local people only. So it's pretty interesting, Mr. Old Pal. I'm going on a road trip in a car this weekend to northern Florida. Once in a lifetime estate sale with 3,000 cash. I hope you're carrying a machete or a 45 with you, my brother. This thing jumps around. This thing really drives me crazy, this chat thing that I have to do, say. Hopefully you find some good stuff there. Wow, hi, it's real life. Yes, it's me live. I've been watching a lot of your old videos. God bless you. There's some really bad ones. My first ones are some really bad ones. But we all got bad ones. Tommy being fresh as always. Yes, Wes, thank you for helping me pronounce Isaiah. Isaiah. Did I say it right? Isaiah. I found a three-piece wool Burberry suit at the thrift store for $4. That's pretty cool. Three-piece suits are usually really well and sell for a little bit more of a premium, so that's pretty cool. Wes, I can't find any reason not to ship international. Money is money, and money is money. Yes, sir. It's like that song. Money is king. I like money. I don't care what denominations it comes in or what currency. I want it all. It's good to see you still out here. Wish Golden Finger Picker. Yeah. I mean, hopefully we do see him back at some point. Talk to him. He's doing well, but, he just decided to go away from YouTube for a little bit, so we'll see. Come down to Florida, I'll show you some cheap ass clothing in Florida. Yeah, like Old Navy. I had the worst time when we went, because my wife's cousin used to live in Daytona, or no, Port Orange, which is Daytona Beach, like what, 10 miles west. And we used to go there occasionally, and it's like I never find anything there. Even in Orlando, like I was talking with someone earlier about Orlando, like I rarely found anything good in Orlando. It was like all bread and butter stuff. Their suits were like priced at like $20 or $25, if I remember right, at the Goodwills. And then you go to the Salvation Army in like Kissimmee, and it's like next to a boarded up Home Depot, and I'm like, what's going on here? Is there crack sales going on in the parking lot over here? Like, what's going on? It's shady as fuck over there, man. I'll tell you right now. There's some areas of Orlando that I got into, and I'm like, yo, Mickey and Donald and Goofy are not being found over here. That's for sure. I'm not really a big fan of Orlando. It's too spread out. It's too much traffic. Though it is fun to go see Mickey Mouse and everything. And my wife has some family there. She had a lot more family, but they all kind of took off a little bit. So, and then she has her best friend from high school lives there. So, but it seems like everybody I know that's ever moved there has like moved out of there pretty quickly. My wife's like, you know, her cousin was my best man at her wedding. It was like he was there. She's like, "Oh, we got to move to Orlando," and he moved out of there. He moved to Fort Lauderdale. We got to move to Florida. Now he's back in the Dominican Republic. It's like, yeah, baby. We followed everybody else. We'd be in trouble. Arm Blossom Trail in Orlando is a no at night. I didn't even know that. Like I've been to that one. They have the Goodwill, and they have the Goodwill bins right over there. I've been there before. I don't even know if it was at nighttime though, but I remember being there. And there was a Dominican restaurant over there. We used to get some mofongo, which I love mofongo. I need to make me some mofongo. Maybe I'll make that when my wife comes home in a few days. Edward Lamborghini. That's an interesting name there, homie. How much for the lamp? I'm trading a Murcielago for the lamp. I'll even take a damaged Murcielago. Goodwill is my last choice. That's funny. Goodwill is an interesting place no matter where you go. That's for sure. My wife is I don't know. I don't really care for that lamp, tell you the truth, right up there. Don't really care for it. The wife likes it. I look like I got sunburned, don't I? I got sunburned. It's been sunny out, maybe. I got grays. I didn't have grays before I got married. Crazy. But if any other questions, otherwise, I'm going to hop out of here and call it a night. Get some listings done. Make some listings go live. Got some shipping to get done. You're funny. Yes, I thought you did get some. I don't know. Maybe because I like to sit at the beach. Maybe I still like to sit at the beach in the car and just hang out. Just chill. So maybe, you know, I haven't been doing any of my seaside chats. I got to get sponsored by the Cape Cod Chamber of Commerce or Chamber of Tourism or something. Don't sell mask. Oh boy, there you go. Depends on what kind of mask you talk about, though. Sell a Jason mask, Freddy Krueger mask. But all right, guys, girls, everybody, resellers, thank you guys all for coming out today. If you want to get more notifications, make sure you hit that notification bell. Unclick from the bell. Unsub. Maybe sub back if you haven't been getting your notification. Maybe that'll help. I know there's a lot of people I don't get notifications on, and it's kind of weird. But I think it's just a way sometimes YouTube plays with the algorithm. So I'll see you guys later. Thank you all for stopping by. See you guys later. Have a good day. Bye.